Welcome to your local program, BelAhdan, a show that never issued you any fatwa. You know the business of fatwa. We know the Ayatollah, Salman Rushdie, satanic verses, and the fatwa about and his head and his life, and he was protected by the British police, cost him millions of dollars, wrote a book, talk circuit, and make millions of dollars out of this fatwa. That is a smart dude for a boring book that became the bestseller. The West really adapted that narrative of fatwa, a vicious Muslims, imam, sending undemocratic fatwa against freedom of speech, freedom of expression, and all of that. So it fed the media for the last 10, whatever the years, more than 10 years now, and they still haven't forgotten talking about the fatwa. And once you say the fatwa, you know exactly what it is. Ayatollah Khomeini issued a fatwa against a Muslim that expressing his view in a book, the satanic verses. And all this killing and all this fatwa that's all over the place by other organizations never gets any attention. There is also a secular fatwa by Obama with his killing list. We decided who to die and who to live, and sending the drone to kill that person. That's a secular fatwa. We got a fatwa. I got this personal fatwa in my email. And this fatwa, I know not a lot of people know I'm famous. Now I am, If you get a fatwa, you have to be famous. And this fatwa coming from Foundation for Quranic Zionism in Morocco. And they issue more than 1,800 fatwa with other people in the last 4 years. And the fatwa, it's addressing to me, Foundation of Quranic Zionism. I'm going to read that, so I'm going to look at this website here. File number ABYKEI1880. This is the number of my fatwa. To Ahmad Tharwat, that's me. A fatwa has been issued against you by the Foundation of the Quranic Zionism in Morocco. It has been evidenced by the documentation provided to us by the Coalition Against Palestinian War Crimes based in Kuwait. So we have Morocco and Kuwait, two countries I've never visited, I will never visit. So I'm safe there. Beyond the shadow of the doubt, it proves that you are one of the world's extreme Israelis haters. I don't hate Israelis. You have history of collaboration with the jihadist Muslim Brotherhood in Palestine, Hamas, war criminal in Gaza, was the Palestinian gangster regime in Ramallah and Hezbollah, heretics in Beirut, and all of the commission of the crime incitement to genocide against the innocent Israelis. Who's committing the genocide? I'm inciting people to commit genocide against the Israelis? Well, that's fatwa for you. It calls on all educated Sunni Muslims, no Shias, only Sunni Muslim, Christian and Jews, Jewish clergy, American anti-terrorist organization, activists, human rights, NGO, journalists, students, academics, trade union, everybody, about anybody who can have a brain, to have incarcerated, if you have me incarcerated, to arrest me as a violator of international humanitarian law and a traitor to the Ummah. It's very confusing. Ummah, Zionism, Quranic Zionism, modernization, And this is like, you know, the Islamic Ummah or the Islamic State 0.201 or whatever. Everybody now has a state now. Now we have the Zionist state and Jewish state and Islamic state and Ummah state. It's a freelancing. Other procedure I stipulated, including the application of the Sharia law to heretical Muslim like you. Heretic Muslim, that means they're calling for my head. Heretic punishment is beheading and all of this. You cynically violated the teaching of the Holy Quran regarding the Israelis' waqf entitlement. So the Israelis have waqf. Waqf means homestead. You know, they have the land, the real estate. God is getting real estate business here. As the people of the book to the Holy Land of Israel. As an affiliated NGO with the International Criminal Court in The Hague, we will do our part to bring you a corrupt kafir. Now the criminal court in The Hague persecuting kafir and heretics has been taken up by the Brotherhood or something. A copy of this decree has been handed to the Department of Homeland Security in Washington to have you placed on the international no-fly list and to revoke your passport. I just came back from New Orleans. It was the most pleasant flight trip for a long time, so I guess they haven't got their letter. As well, it is deposited with the International Council for Imam of Oman in Jakarta for their separate action. There is people in Jakarta also, they have an action, God knows what. We have also requested that the FBI, my God, FBI, Homeland Security, The Hague, and the Ummah, all after me, and everybody else, in Women Trade Union. My goodness, I'm glad I made it to the studio in one piece. For your arrest as an interim measure, pending a trial for aiding the Palestinian Hamas terrorist regime in violation of America anti-terrorism law. O Allah, let your majesty reign open the entire world with the arrogant kafirs burning in hell as promised to us by your messenger of wonder, Muhammad, peace be upon him. This is exactly the language that Al-Qaeda or a state, Islamic State lunatics use. Oh Allah, let this ugly man's face be forever. No. Yes, heretic. Yes, kafir. Yes, violator or hater of Israelis, but ugly man's face? I object to that. That is a false statement. I'm a handsome man. I've heard that so many times. People used, when I first came to this country 30 years ago, they used to call me, oh, you look like Omar Sharif. Now I'm an ugly face. Now I look like Omar. That's not good. I'm offended. I take on this. We need to argue and find me a hadith or something to support this claim that I have an ugly face. Covered with the dung of donkeys. That is very insulting in the Arab culture. Be covered by the donkey's dung. Anything under dung, you know, dogs, cows, but donkeys? That's another insult, just a grave insult. Stench he has emitted by trampling on your holy people of the book and betraying the American people. Sincerely, sealed, not sincerely, he doesn't know how sincerely, sealed by, this fatwa sealed by His Excellency Imam Abdul Umar ibn Jadid. Imam Abdul Umar ibn Jadid. You are using a lot of hashish. Supreme Justice FFQZ Sharia Court, Tatuna, Morocco. That's the end of the fatwa. Feel free to laugh now or feel sorry for me or for this guy. But we need to end of the fatwa. Please log into my website, ahmediatv.com, and you're going to see the fatwa documents, respond, comments, send an email, and show your support to the voice of the voiceless, for Ahmadiyya TV production, for BelAhdan, for everybody that call on those idiots and those haters, where everybody works for peace and works for justice. Assalamu alaikum, and God bless you all.